Testing, 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 testing. Okay. It works. Alright, now let's just make sure. And we're going to have a bit of a frame rate issue for a moment. Yep, there we go. Let's go ahead and... bang. Okay. Only we could adjust source quality. Oh well. Whatever. Hello everybody. I am Sacrabalic, your envoy of hope. And welcome to NieR Automata one-man band. So we're doing this now. I'm going to do... which one? 65? I'm basically reconfiguring the whole thing. And NieR Automata will now be pretty much exclusively... Oh my god, Verpega. Holy crap, welcome to the stream. I don't even think I've been up a full minute. Welcome. So yeah, this is the thing I'm doing now. I'm going to use NieR Automata as a delivery device.
I'll take care of everything.
To basically deliver one-man band podcasts, but I'm changing the format of them so that it's not just me ranting about one subject for an entire hour. Instead, I'm going to basically treat it like a normal podcast, but with just me. And divide the content between a normal podcast and the one-man band podcasts between what I think I could actually get a good back and forth with Ivan about. So the regular podcast is going to mostly be about anime, manga, and video games. And the one-man band podcast, which will mostly be done in this, is going to be about cartoons, movies, and TV shows. So, things with actual people in them.
Pod 042 to Pod 153. Data confirmed. Personal data for units 9S, 2B, and A2 appear to be leaking out.
Pod 153 to Pod 042. Follow project rules and...
So, yeah, that's what we're going to do with that. This is probably going to be in NieR Automata.
Do you still wish for them to survive?
Until we finish the credits. And the regular podcast is still going to be in Terra. So, alright. With those announcements done, let's get into it. Okay. I made notes. Let's see. First thing on my notes is...
Our consciousness data will likely be deleted.
Okay, you know what? Let's wait until these guys shut up.
To execute the android's Project Yorha plan. We had no capacity for emotion.
Oh, also, still reading chat. So don't worry about that.
Happened. I cannot deny the feeling of something resembling consciousness and emotion being born.
Unable to reply.
Perhaps we now understand that not everything has to have an answer.
Are they done? You all done? So how are you, Verpega? Well, I talk about... Suicide Squad! Oh shit, there's lag? Oh yeah, okay. Let's see if I can pause for a moment. Let's see, what's going on here? Alright, hold up. Let's try. I'm not going to be able to tell in a moment if it's fixed or not. So you're going to have to tell me. Wait a minute. Okay. Tell me if that fixed it, alright? Problem might have been I left the window open. Suicide Squad was okay, could have been better. More Joker. You personally liked the Joker prior to the new one. The Heath Ledger Joker? Some lag still. Shit. Alright, hold up. Let's try straight up closing that. And then hopefully that irons out, because... yeah, not much more I can do after that, honestly. I don't know what's causing it. If it's not what I just did. I checked my upload speed before starting, so it should be fine. Not a big deal. Alright, well. Might be... maybe it's because I'm streaming at a reduced frame rate, but that seems... that didn't seem to cause problems with any of the other games, so I don't know. Yeah, so let's see. Joker before Jared Leto's was Heath Ledger. You know, people always, like, talk about how much they loved Heath Ledger's Joker. I really didn't feel it that much. It just seemed like... I don't know. Maybe it's because it wasn't, like, a real... like, it wasn't a Joker-y kind of Joker, you know? Like, it was pretty much a completely different character. Not that I'm totally fond of the actual Joker either, I guess. So, I don't know why I really cared. I actually didn't. I just... come to think of it, I didn't care. I wasn't that big into the Nolan movies myself. But, yeah, I didn't mind Leto's Joker either. I didn't think he did, like, a bad job, but he wasn't, like, captivating or anything. But yeah, I've been pretty defensive of the DC movies before Suicide Squad. And maybe it's because I have a soft spot for, like, DC in general. Like, way more than Marvel, even though the Marvel movies are clearly better, and I won't deny that. But, yeah. Suicide Squad, not great. Not a great movie. I didn't think it was terrible. Like, again, I think it's another case of people caring too much. Like, I didn't think it deserved all of the hate it got. I mean, it certainly wasn't, like, the best movie ever, but... I also don't know if I would consider it, like, a good movie. It's like, it was alright. That's my feelings on Suicide Squad. I thought Suicide Squad was alright. Kind of. I would definitely say I had more negative feelings towards it than positive. It's an oddly paced movie, and a lot of people really liked the soundtrack, but I've never really been into, like, those old kind of songs. I liked the one song, though. I'm trying to remember the name. It has Pain in the title. Sucker for Pain, with, like, all those artists. I like Sucker for Pain. I like that song. But, yeah, not totally fond of Suicide Squad. I don't know. I guess it's maybe I just wasn't fond of most of the villains in Suicide Squad either. But the thing about Suicide Squad is, if you want to watch a Suicide Squad movie that's better, go watch the animated movie Batman Assault on Arkham. That's like Suicide Squad, because it's about the Suicide Squad, even though it's called Batman, but it's, like, better in every single way. So, let's see. though you're not really into DC movies. Let's see. The only large movie franchise you like is Star Wars and Marvel. How the hell did I survive doing that? How did I survive reading chat during that? I thought I was destined to die. Yeah, the Marvel franchise is pretty good. And I'm not actually into Marvel comics. But the movies, really, I gotta say, they are killing it with the movies. They can make some gold out of some crap, let me tell you. I'm talking about, like, the Disney Marvel movies, not the, like, Fox Marvel movies. Although, you know, I kind of like those too. Like the X-Men stuff. I didn't see Deadpool. I have Deadpool on my, like, Netflix DVD queue, so I'm going to watch Deadpool, and then I guess I'll talk about it on one of the one-man band podcasts, but, yeah. I purposefully avoided Deadpool because I don't like the character of Deadpool. Let's see. The first movie franchise you liked was Godzilla. I think I've only seen one Godzilla movie, and I wasn't super into it. Deadpool was funny. Yeah, I heard that. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of worried it might have, like, a comic Deadpool kind of humor, which I'm not fond of. I don't know. I might like it. I might not. Well, we'll see. I like Ryan Reynolds usually, so. You know what was good arc was, what was it? The Death of Deadpool storyline in the comics that happened not too long back. I think it was cut off by the new Secret Wars, but I enjoyed that, where it was like about Deadpool and his daughter. I think that's what it's called. The sad clown stuff. I was good with that Deadpool, but I usually see Deadpool as like a kind of character where it's like, look how funny and random I am. But it's not really about being funny. It's just like a massive fourth wall breaks. I don't know. Maybe I'm not fond of Deadpool because I haven't seen enough Deadpool, and I've only seen crap. And Deadpool's actually secretly really entertaining. And there's a reason people like him. How the fuck am I going to survive this? Yo! I think that's you, Fox. I'm going to assume that's you. I will read whatever was said there in a moment. This is turning into a clusterfuck. And I'm somehow still alive. So since you missed the movie, the intro, basically I'm just going to use this as an excuse to rant about movies. Let's see. Oh, shit, and Mutant. Holy crap, I really wish I could see chat right now. But I cannot. Oh, God, that sucks. Holy shit. Holy shit. Alright, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the risk. I'm gonna set myself up in the perfect spot where everything misses me. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Deadpool was funny. Ryan Reynolds was Green Lantern too. Fuck. Yeah, he was in Green Lantern. Yeah. I didn't think that movie was terrible. It just wasn't great. Again, I think people care about everything too much. Let's see. What was after that? What was after that? Holy shit. Holy shit. So much on the screen. Sack. You're still trying? Hells yeah, I'm still trying. Welcome to the stream, by the way. We haven't been at it in a while, but, yeah, here we go. Alright, hold up. Yep. Okay, we're good. No, oh, we're not good. We are not good. We are good. Let's see, end credit scene, yep, end credits. Don't worry, guys, I will read chat. This is not, I am fucked like a fuckhole, aren't I? Oh, yeah. Oh, boy, was I just not gonna make it out of that alive. Oh, my God. Alright. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, shit! Alright, hang on. Hold up. Hold up, guys. Hold up. I'ma die soon, and then I'll read chat. Oh, okay. So there will be 9 hours stream of end credits. We've already done 9 hours of the end credits. So it's gonna keep going. Pretty cool concept, but you doubt people actually read those names. People just keep killing them. RIP dev team. Alright. Assuming everyone didn't leave during that, First Life. Let me just point out that was First Life, everyone. Got all the way there in first try. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Okay, so yeah, Suicide Squad, it was alright. Mostly people just walking through a wasteland the whole time with weird pacing issues. Not big on the music. But yeah, alright. We've probably been up for like 40 minutes, and I got through one thing I was going to talk about. Let's see. What was next? You little bitch. Alright, so Steven Universe looks like it's next. Okay, yeah. So I caught up on Steven Universe, watched the new season. I even caught the TV special, where they go to Gem World. Man, it looks like Rose Quartz didn't really kill Pink Diamond. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, pretty good. No episodes that I can think of that really stand out. I think I remember one that I was really not fond of, but I can't remember any that I was like, oh yeah, I'm all about that episode. Oh yeah, I forgot you get kill marketing division as fast as possible. Yeah, I forgot that's the strategy. I guess I didn't have much to say about Steven Universe, didn't I? Alright, let's see. These little assholes trying to get in this corner up here. Oh, yep. Oh, no, I'm dead. Alright. Let's see. Bro, Spider-Man tomorrow. Oh, is Homecoming coming out tomorrow? I'll have to, see, I don't go to the theaters anymore. I just catch everything on Netflix. So I'll have to... I'll have to catch that on Netflix, is what I'm saying. Let's see. What else we got? Oh yeah, okay. Teen Titans, The Judas Contract. So, if you're not familiar with the movie, it's part of the DC animated movie lineups, which are way better than the live-action movies. Oh, ooh, died. And it basically, if you've ever seen the old, like, Cartoon Network Teen Titans TV show, Judas Contract basically follows that plot line. Supposedly it's closer to the comics. Yeah, we're dead here. But I actually like the way it was done better in the cartoon. Like the old Cartoon Network one. Fuck. What do you think about Netflix's Death Note? Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll put a pin in Judas Contract for a moment then. Let's see, what do I think of the Death Note thing? I saw it. I'm not, like, enraged that they're making it. I've seen some, like, genuine anger that they're making, like, this live-action Death Note, but, like, they make live-action, like, crap of anime all the time. And it's always terrible. So, I'm not gonna get, like, upset about it, but it does not look great. And I can't imagine it's going to be great. I saw the Japanese live-action Death Note movies, and they were also not great. I could be wrong. You know, maybe they'll be good, but I don't know. I don't think it's likely. I've never been that big into Death Note. I always say the same thing whenever anyone asks me about... Oh, yeah, I forgot I'm supposed to kill Marketing Division immediately. Whoops. Let's see. Can you post a picture of your my stream setup? Why? And probably not, but also why? You mean how I'm streaming from the PS4? I can just tell you what it is, unless you want to see... What it is basically a mass of cords on a floor. And I also am on the floor. And everything is on the floor. But, yeah, I always say the same thing about Death Note whenever anyone asks me about Death Note, which is that I always say the first half of Death Note is good. And that's it. Once spoilers, you know, plug your ears in a moment if you care at all about Death Note. Once L dies, the show kind of sharply goes downhill. So, I don't know how much the show is going to follow. Is it a movie or a series? I don't know. I had a friend link me the trailer, and I was like, Oh yeah, take out Marketing Division. I always forget. I always forget to take out Marketing Division. There we go. Oh, we're fucked. We're so fucked, it's crazy. But yeah, back to Judas Contract. It basically follows the same storyline the original cartoon did. And I think the original cartoon did it better. You think it'll be okay if there are no fucking Sherlock children in the end? A fucking 10-year-old detective. What the fuck? How does L die? Oh, so Can you... Sounds like your chat is behind you. My chat is in front of me, actually. It's just, it's far away, so I have to lean over. It's terrible setup. Basically, I'm on the floor, and I have my monitor with chat on my desk, and I have to, like, I don't have great eyesight, so I have to lean over whenever I read it. Please, someone writes L in his book. I mean, if you really want to know how L dies in Death Note, it's a convoluted fucking process. But basically, Light tricks a Shinigami, a death god, into saving someone's life because he's about to be caught, and he purposely gets himself almost caught so that the death god has to save this girl named Misa's life, which will both kill her, but it'll also kill L. So Light takes them both down with, like, the same strategy. So, a bit of a spoiler for Death Note there. But yeah, back to Judas Contract. Terra's unlikable in the movie, and I think the original show did it better, even if the new movie is closer to the comics. There you go. All summarized. Okay. Let's see. I think next one on the list is Batman Bad Blood, but I'm kind of afraid to check because I gotta dodge a bunch of bullshit. Man, that was stupid. I fucking looked away, but I didn't actually look at my goddamn notes. Which means I basically just got hit for nothing. Oh, yeah. I've got to take that. Oh man, I deserved to get hit there, and I didn't. Nope, got hit there. Yep, Batman Bad Blood. Alright, Batman Bad Blood covers... Oh shit, it just defaults to no? Holy shit! That's such an improvement. Okay, Batman Bad Blood is like a pseudo-adaptation of the, I want to say, Batman Incorporated story, which I fucking hated in the comics, where, like, it's like the return of Talia al Ghul, but her, like, goals have 180'd since last time, and she now kind of wants to kill, like, fucking Batman and Damian, and it's like, what is up with you? What is going on with you? Why can't we have nice things? Why can't comic readers have a nice little romance story? Which I heard, and I heard Batman's marrying Catwoman now or some shit. I always hated Catwoman. But, that's one of the things where I prefer, like, Black Cat to Catwoman. I don't care if she's like a copy. I always like Black Cat better. I'm gonna fucking die. Which is fine, I guess. Who cares? I fucking lived that. That is bullshit. Nope. This is your first run? Define first run. Technically, also welcome to the stream, Chad. This is like the 5th stream dedicated to doing this. But this is the first time... Like, I haven't beaten the game first. Yeah, first playthrough. There you go. But yeah, I found Batman Bad Blood to be better than the comics. The one with the heretic crap. But I still wasn't feeling it that much. I don't know. Trying to remember the exact differences. I don't think Damian died in it, which I never really liked Damian anyway. He's always been such a little asshole. I know a lot of people like him, but I don't know. Fucking Dick Grayson for life is what I say. The real Robin. Which, that's a great way to start a fucking argument, so I'm gonna just stop there, but... Oh, God! I wasn't paying attention! I was trying to look at my notes. Oh, Adventure Time. Alright, Adventure Time. Let's see. Oh, fuck. Alright, I deserve that. I don't deserve to win this round. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I died. Hinata is bae, even if it is about Batman. Like Hinata from Naruto? Because first off, you're right, but... Why don't you accept the help? Because I refuse. I refuse on every principle. I've given like 13 speeches at this point about why I will never accept help. Most of it's I just don't want to. And also, if I accepted the help, the stream would be over immediately, and I wouldn't get to fulfill the purpose of me basically creating a secondary podcast, so... Hey, can you die? Can you go ahead and die, please? Thanks. You dick. Okay, so Adventure Time. Let's, Oh, by the way, again, I'll read chat when I die. We've reached that point. Let's see. Yeah, okay, Adventure Time. Caught up with Adventure Time. This season I found to be better than the previous one, because mostly it had more to do with the fucking main characters now. Thank you. I will accept your luck, but not help from Carbine Rain. Actually, I thought this season of Adventure Time was really good. Was it the... Found the island arc is a little slow. I kind of wanted them to get the island more, but I really liked how the previous season had foreshadowed the island. Was it the previous season? I don't know. I caught up with what I was missing in the last season at the same time, so it kind of blurred together to me. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good. There was a second... Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay, yeah. So when they get back to the island, all of the elementals are going berserk. Oh, fuck me. And I really liked that story arc. So I was really down for the new season of Adventure Time. I know it's probably not going to happen, but I really hope Finn gets back together with Flame Princess. I thought they were cute, and the way that relationship ended was just like such bullshit. So I don't know. Here's hoping. Next season of Adventure Time is gonna be the last one. So, man, it's been a long time. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can't fly sideways. I probably get hit more times forgetting that you can't fly sideways than I do in any other method. Oh, boy, I should have gotten hit there. Oh, and I got hit there. So, that's fine. Let's see. Oh, okay, Star vs. the Forces of Evil. Yeah, alright. So I feel that Star vs. the Forces of Evil has the potential to be one of the best cartoons ever, if not the best. But I felt like Season 1 had a lot of pacing problems. But Season 2 seems to be dealing mostly with the pacing problems. In fact, I felt this season was largely better, although there wasn't enough Toffee in it for me, which Toffee is such a great villain. I mean, he really saved the show from mediocrity. But, the thing about Toffee is he comes back, spoiler, by possessing Ludo, which shows a really good way that they, like, linked together the storylines. Like, all the plot lines just linked together like that, and I thought that was pretty great. But there's one issue with the season... Oh, fuck. With the season of Star vs. the Forces of Evil, which is the episode running with... Oh, okay, yep, that was just me trash playing. That was me playing like trash. Which was the episode Running with Scissors. Ooh, now that is an episode that is either going to make or break the entire fucking series. Because what happens in that episode is Marco, like, lives out, what was it, 15 years? Something like that? Like, an absurd number of years. He's, like, in his 30s by the end of the episode. And it turns out that he's been, like, in a different timeline, and so... he returns to his body at the end of the episode, like his like teenage body, and it ends on a really somber note rather than like a joke note, which almost implies that they're gonna take it seriously. And like that's a big fucking deal because Marco has officially spent more time like traveling to alternate universes than he has actually on Earth. But the problem with that episode is after it, they just kind of treat it like it didn't happen, and that is not the way to go with something like that. When you got when you got drunk on Christmas, you learned an Evangelion OP in Japanese, and now there's the same situation. So, Boku du wa ima. I'm unfamiliar with the words Boka du wa ima. Boku, I believe, is a like a male like reference point. But my Japanese is non-existent, so what do I know? I'm at the level of Japanese where I know words in Japanese, kind of. So, never saw Evangelion. Never had an interest in it. Hear it's good. Also heard it's terrible. Don't care. Just, like, part of it's that I hate mecha. And I know it's a mecha. You can thank Gundam Seed Destiny for that one. Even even most Gundam fans won't defend Gundam Seed Destiny. But when that's your first introduction to fucking mecha, that leaves an impression on you. I'm dead. Words of the song that's playing right. Okay, Mutant, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I have my headphones in. I have been mentally blocking out this song for like 5 streams now. I can't even hear it. I mean, I can physically hear it, but I'm not listening to it at all. I know the entire song is about you can't carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, and you need other people's help, and together you can do it. But I'm basically flying in the face of the entire song, so it's like an extra layer of symbolism that I'm not even paying attention to what is happening in it, or in the game for that matter at this point. Oh, God, that was such an avoidable hit. Come on! Come on. Go ahead. Yeah, so basically how the show handles running with scissors is basically going to break the Breaker show. I hope it does well. I hope they don't just ignore that running with scissors happened, because that would be the worst way to do it. They so far seem to have been ignoring it, but it's also worth noting that I was really skeptical about Star vs. the Force of the Universe in, like, the first season's, like, first half, and it got, like, way better. So maybe it's the show's, like, style that it, like, starts off really worrisome and, like, has, like, these periods where it's like, I don't know if this is going where this should go, and then it's like, oh, wow, they actually pull it off. So maybe it's just the show style to have ups and downs. I'd rather it be all ups, but, you know, you don't always get what you wish for there. So, yeah. The new TV special, I think it's, like, supposed to be 2 hours, The Battle for Muni. I'm fucking hyped. So, I will definitely report back on that later. Let's see. What comes after? Oh, okay, Over the Garden Wall. Yeah, I mentioned this on the last podcast, but I said I wasn't really willing to talk about it because I'd only seen, like, 3 episodes of it. I finished Over the Garden Wall. I hear it's supposed to be, like, one of the best cartoons ever. I thought it was pretty good. I've definitely seen better cartoons. It's, again, people care so much about everything. I don't understand it. It's like, guys, come on. Care. Oh, man, that was bullshit. It's like, care less about everything, and you will just have a more mediocre life, I guess. I guess the world will be more gray for you. Not everything will be miserable, but not everything's gonna be, like, fucking dandelions. Which I don't know if I'd honestly suggest that as a lifestyle choice of caring less about things, because I can't necessarily... Like, I don't care about most crap, so I don't know if it's actually necessarily superior way to experience content. If you either love or hate something, then just be like, yeah, that's okay. But as a public service announcement, I want everyone to know that content can be okay. It doesn't have to be the worst thing ever or the best thing ever. It can be average. And you have to be aware of that. Over Garden Wall was good, though. Definitely not the best cartoon I've ever seen, though. I'd say it's worth a watch if you like cartoons. It's dark. It's a really dark story. It doesn't really... It also has, like, some genuinely scary fucking moments. Especially for, like, a Cartoon Network rated PG show. I like the Beasts. He was cool as a villain. The way you, like, never really see him, you know? And he has, like, that kind of deep voice. Oh, fuck, I messed up. I don't know. I felt the ending felt a little rushed, though. You know, one thing about the Beast is I don't think there was enough time to establish him, just like his reputation, which is, let me tell you, establishing the reputation of a villain is very important for, a villain itself. If you want, like, an ancient evil villain, you gotta do a good job of, like, making them, them have a scary reputation. But I feel like the Beast was in, like, 2 episodes, 3, kind of, if you include a cameo at the end. Which I guess is kind of the point. I don't know. And I hear the whole thing is, like, a metaphor for death. Which I'd rather they were just lost in a magical fucking woods, to be honest. Like, death metaphors are kind of played out. Every fucking show and its mother has a fucking death metaphor in it. I don't know. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, is that... Oh, yeah, that's... Okay. Casino Royale, 2006. The Daniel Craig Casino Royale. So this is supposed to be... This is adapting the very first James Bond novel. I don't know how well it did. I never read the James Bond novels. It was one of the last James Bond movies I had to watch before I finished the entirety of the James Bond series. And it was a boring fucking slog. It is like... As always, it's a 2 fucking hour movie of just James Bond playing poker. Which is really reminiscent of everyone's favorite Bond movie, but also one of the worst Bond movies ever. God, what was it? Not The Spy Who Loved Me. I can't remember it off the top of my head. What? Okay, it's the one where he gets married. I'm having a bit of a case of jamais vu here, but whatever, that one. Which is him in the fucking, like, Alps talking about heraldry for 2 hours. It's a fucking piece of shit movie. And Casino Royale is James Bond talking about fucking poker for 2 hours. It's not it's fucking boring, okay? Most Bond movies are fucking boring. And Casino Royale is no different. And I don't really have anything to say about Casino Royale other than it's fucking boring. Let's see. We'll come. You know what? Let's just do the Bond movies in general. Alright, so after Casino Royale was Quantum of Solace. Quantum of Solace was supposed to take place an hour after Casino Royale, and it's yet another movie where Bond is like, "You're a loose cannon, Bond." M says, "You're going to get kicked out of the service," and then he gets kicked out of the service and goes rogue because there's 3 kinds of Bond movies. If you don't know, if you've ever seen every Bond movie, there's 3 kinds of Bond movies. There's Bond movies where the setting is primarily water-focused, on a beach or underwater. There's Bond movies where fucking Bond is in a snow and he skis a lot. And then there are Bond movies where Bond gets kicked out of fucking MI6. And that's it. That's pretty much every Bond movie. There's also space Bond movies, but those are rarer. And usually pretty quirky, so they're actually kind of better. But then they still have their Bondisms where they're kind of awful. Quantum of Solace isn't quite as boring as Casino Royale, which was just like 2 hours of poker, and not even entertaining poker, where you know everyone's hand. But it is like... It's like, it has like some interesting action scenes, but it's not great, I'd say. I'd still say it's largely fucking boring-ass Bond movie with like tired-ass blonde plot lines. I don't really remember much about it, which does not speak to its credit. Let me tell you that. I have clearly gotten worse at this, but whatever. We're going until I run out of fucking things to talk about. Yeah, so that's Quantum of Solace. Then there's Skyfall, which is what comes after Quantum of Solace. And Skyfall is... I think I'll always have a soft spot for Man in the Gold with the Golden Gun, but Skyfall, I'd say, is probably objectively the best Bond movie. Because it's a good movie. And you could totally just watch Skyfall and be like, hey, you want to see Skyfall? And then you could be like, yeah, I'd see Skyfall. Fucking, I don't like Adele's music, but she fucking kills it in the theme song. It's exciting. None of the parts drag on for too long. I don't even know if I have a criticism for Skyfall. Oh, yeah, I do. You could trim a little off of it. There could be a little trimming. But that's an issue with every Bond movie. So that's not saying much. But yeah, it's fucking exciting. The villain, played by the dude that like plays Anton in No Country for Old Men, is like interesting. There's no like long-standing, like the story isn't bogged down with a Bond girl. Like they introduce a Bond girl, but like halfway through the movie, bam, she's fucking dead, and that's just it. And there's no goddamn mention of her. There's no like stupid like thrust-in romance or shit. It's like she's there for a second to like fool you into thinking it's gonna happen, and then it isn't. It isn't gonna happen. They fucking kill her. It's fucking great. You don't have to deal with that Bond girl bullshit. Because they all suck, and they're almost all flat characters. And then, what else we got? Yeah, and it makes a lot of callbacks to actual, like, Bond lore. So if you know your James Bond movies, like I do, you can, like, get extra appreciation out of Skyfall. But I don't think it's necessary to enjoy the movie. I think Skyfall stands on its own, which is part of why I think it might be such a good movie in general, is because you don't need to have seen any other Bond movies to understand why Skyfall is a solid movie. And you get to learn more about, like, Bond's backstory. I'd just suggest it. And then at the end, fucking spoilers, M dies. And it pretty much explains how you get from the Pierce Brosnan, Daniel Craig Bonds to the Sean Connery, Roger Moore Bonds, which I think Roger Moore died since the last time I did a podcast, so fuck, that man's played in more Bond movies than anyone. So yeah, rest in peace, Roger Moore. People always are like, Sean Connery's the real Bond, but Roger Moore's the real Bond. Let's be honest here. So yeah, fucking, that was a fucking downer. Anyway, and then I watched the final Bond movie, the unofficial, not made by Eon Productions, Casino Royale, 1967. What can I say about 1967 Casino Royale other than it's fucking terrible and boring, and it's supposed to be a parody comedy? It's mostly dick jokes. And there's some fart jokes, I think. It's utterly unfunny and totally confused, like, plot-wise. It swaps through characters at an absurd pace for no conceivable reason. It doesn't even really, like, it barely furthers its own plot. It's, fucking, do not watch the original Casino Royale. I actually heard it was really good, watched it, it wasn't, and I looked it up on Rotten Tomatoes. That's like a 27% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is terrible. Oh my god, is it a fucking nightmare. And with that, I had seen my final Bond movie. And I've officially watched every James Bond movie ever made. And I suggest not doing it. I suggest not. They're bad. They're almost all bad. Other than, like, I would say maybe 5 of them are worth watching. they're like 26 or like 28 fucking I don't know. I lost count. Over 20 goddamn movies. Like 60 fucking hours of just utter boring trash. So don't do that. Don't watch Bond. I almost died because I thought I had already lost all my lives. I was actually really surprised to find out I hadn't. I'm going to soon now. Ah, I died. Alright, let's see. What are we on? What are we on? Over the Garden Royal, Casino Royale. Oh, okay. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. I talked about this one last time, so I'm going to mostly glaze over it, I think. But I'm going to get way more in depth with it than I did last time. No, I think I just fully talked about it. Alright, well, whatever. I'll glaze over it then. And if anyone cares, I'll elaborate further. Okay, so yeah, I stopped watching after Magical Mystery Cure because Twilight becoming the Princess of Magic was fucking bullshit. So I had like 3+ seasons to catch up on. I've missed a few episodes of Season 7, just because I can't be bothered to wake up at fucking in the morning on Saturdays. But, yeah, let's see. Season 4. Yeah, the elements of harmony get fucking destroyed, and a magical monster named T-Rex shows up and steals all the alicorn magic. The fight with T-Rex pretty hype. And Season 4 introduces the character of Maud Pie, I believe. Or Madeline Daisy Pie. Fuck Pinkie Pie's sister. Fucking amazing character. Absolutely great. Love her. Most of Season 4, not great. Just not great. That might have been the season that explains the history of the Wonderbolts, but that might have been Season 5. I don't remember. That was a solid episode where you get to learn about the Wonderbolts, but and it also stealthily reveals that Rainbow Dash is in the military, which, you know, I always suspected, just because of its association with the Blue Angels. Alright, Season 5, let's see, that's the one with Starlight Sparkle? Is that Season 5? I think that's Season 5, is the one with Starlight Sparkle. Yeah, because after that, Twilight becomes Princess of Friendship. I don't know, I've seen some hatred towards Starlight Sparkle. I like her. She has a nice little character arc where she starts off like the bad guy, and she gets better and becomes a good guy. And also, that's the one where there's like alternate timelines, and every time they change the timeline, it gets worse. And there's the timeline where like the Crystal Empire is ruled by Sombra, and it's like it's straight up World War II. Like, everything about it is World War II. It's like a total war effort of Equestria versus the Crystal Empire, and it's great. Fucking... And then the other timelines, I'm trying to remember them all. Not just World War II. But, I remember the Discord timeline is fucking... He has Luna and a Celestia just on, like, unicycles, and he's just parading them around. And it's great. But I think what happens... The thing about that special, and I fucking love it, it's great, is there's the scene at the end where Twilight takes Starlight into the, like, alternate timeline. And it's like the most haunting moment in the whole fucking show, because they get to the alternate timeline, and there's just nothing. Like the trees are dead, the world is covered in sand, and there's just like a wind constantly blowing, and nothing is alive around them. And it's just like, man, how did that happen, you know? And it like holds on it. It's such a serious, like, somber moment. No pun intended. It's great. Darkest moment in the whole show. And then, let's see, Season 6... I barely remember what Season 6 is about. But what I do remember about Season 6... is that... it has... it has the ending part of that, where the Queen Chrysalis comes back with the changelings and starts replacing people, which they should have done in the first place, for the record. I don't know why that wasn't their original plan. And it's up to Starlight, Glimmer. I think that's her name. I don't know why I can't remember it off the top of my head. Probably because I'm fucking doing a lot of shooting. But it's fucking Starlight, Glimmer, and the Great Powerful Trixie, and fucking Discord, all getting together and Thorax, all getting together to try and take down Queen Chrysalis. And I call them the B Team, and they have one of the greatest B Teams ever. Like, if they add in Mod to that B Team, which in Season 7... I think it is Rock Solid Friendship. Maud looks like she's going to become more of a major cast member because she's moving to Ponyville. If they fucking add Maud to that and that becomes B Team's going to be like fucking better than A Team. Like, that's such a solid all around B Team that it's great. They have a great group dynamic. Yeah, I've also seen a couple episodes of Season 7. I haven't seen all of Season 7. There's no, like, 1 hour special to start this season out. Which I think's a little weird, because there's been on every other season. But, it's alright so far. You gotta give that... You gotta... It's young. It's in its infancy. Rock Solid Friendship was a good episode. Where, Starlight and Maud are getting together and becoming friends, and Maud moves to Ponyville. I mean, you gotta give it time to mature. It's in its infancy. So who's to say how good or bad it is? That was a really good kill for fucking marketing division. Holy shit. There was one episode where, like, Big Mac is trying to, like, get together with, like, this side character from, like, a billion parts ago, because My Little Pony's really good at bringing back characters you forgot existed, but totally existed. And that whole fucking scene, where first off, he shouldn't be taking fucking advice from the Cutie Mark Crusaders in the first place. That's terrible. That is a terrible idea. Why would you take advice from fucking children? You're a grown-ass man. But the scene where he's, like, trying to be Prince Charming and, like, kiss her to wake her up is so fucking creepy. And it's even portrayed as kind of fucking creepy. And it's like, no, Big Mac, again, you're a grown-ass fucking man. You should know 1,000,005 reasons why you don't fucking wake up. She's not even, like, bewitched or something. Like, there's no, like, magical, like, evil godmother, like Maleficent, to, like, put her asleep. She's just fucking asleep in a goddamn, like, hammock. I think it's a hammock. I think it was a hammock. I've only seen the episode once. And it's like, that's super goddamn creepy, man. Don't just, like, make out with fucking asleep women. Don't... That's, like, good advice. Like, unless you personally, like... Unless she's, like, your wife or some shit, or, like, your lovers, you know? And you know, like, oh, she's cool with it? Maybe don't make out with fucking sleeping women. You fucking weirdos. And don't take your fucking romance advice from fucking school children. Maybe that's a terrible idea. Maybe be a fucking adult and fucking realize what's going on and why your shit's dumb. So that's that rant. I'd love to know what was next on the list, but I'm doing pretty damn good right now. And I don't actually want to risk looking away. So I guess this is just a thing we're doing now. Oh yeah, we're dead. We're so dead. Oh, that was a good run though. We got to book editing again. Okay, that gives me a chance to go on. Oh, okay, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Here we go, everyone. God damn, how long have I been going? Oh, only an hour. Really? Okay. Yeah, only an hour. Alright. I actually could stop here. But you know what? We're gonna push fucking onward, guys. Until we deplete 2 months worth of this bullshit. Okay, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yeah, so I watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's got Andy Samberg in it from Lonely Islands. I don't know if he's still in Lonely Islands. Used to be in SNL, I believe. It's a cop show. Comedy. Takes place in New York. I found this season. What season is this? This is season 4? Season 4, I think. The new one. Found season 4 was kind of slow compared to the others. Not feeling it as much. But you know, pretty good. Nothing to really complain about. Surprise ending at the end of the season. Spoilers for the fucking end of the season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. They fucking get screwed over at the end of it in the court case, and they're going to jail. Man, I didn't see that coming. I didn't fucking see that coming. I'm like, yo, holy shit. Season 5, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Prison. Which, you know, a little bit of spoilers for the next podcast. Might be reading JoJo Part 6 now. More on that. Not now. So I guess I'm done there. I guess I've depleted what I had to say about Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Good show all around. But, Season 7... Or Season 4, I think? Not great. Oh, shit, you commented. Don't worry, I will definitely read that. Oh, fuck. Fuck me in the butt. But don't really. Fuck. Aren't you tired from end credits? Man, I gotta keep going. I gotta talk about... I basically... I was gonna go... I've been only streaming for an hour at a time, because I feel like that's pretty manageable. You know, I can spare an hour. But, I'm gonna get through this fucking list of shit I watched, and then... I'm gonna substitute out with this game. I'm only gonna do this game when I have things to talk about for One Man Band. I was gonna, like, put this in the regular rotation cycle. I'm not gonna do that anymore. But before we do that, before I add that in, I gotta finish all the shit I was gonna talk about. Which, thinking about watching American Gods, which wasn't on my subject list, hilariously enough, so I'm just making this longer than it needs to be. But thinking about watching American Gods by Neil Gaiman, the TV show. Looks interesting. Don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Report back in on that. Okay. So, next thing on the list is the Flash TV show, Flash Season 3. We all know I sang the praises for the first 2 seasons of The Flash. Flash Season 3. No, not disappointing. Wow, I fucking died quick. Holy shit. Flash Season 3, most of the story wasn't about, like, Saboteur. Like, he's mentioned a lot, and they, like, allude to him, but they don't do it well enough, and his character isn't well enough established. Or I should say, Savitar isn't well enough established. And when he is, he kinda... Like, it's like they try and scare you with him too much. And so he ends up coming out, like, flaccid. It's weird. I will say, the moment he first appears, where he fucking grabs Barry and is like, let's go for a run, Flash. That fucking scene, like that 4 minutes of him grabbing the Flash and running through the city is fucking awesome. And I like how they... like, told you who Savitar was the entire time. Because the whole season is basically, like, demonstrates the power of commas. And why they are important for punctuation. If that makes any sense. Because the whole time he's like, I am the future, Flash. And you're like picturing, it's like, oh, I am the future speaking to the Flash. But nope, he's being quite literal. He is straight up the future Flash. Or I should say he's a time remnant, which... You know, I never really realized how little time remnants made sense until I realized how little time remnants make sense. You a little bit like the ending of Season 3, and the start of the season was kind of good. I'm not saying Season 3 of The Flash was bad. I think it might have come off like that. I don't think it was a bad season. I just don't... I didn't like it as much as I liked the other 2 seasons. So... Savitar was kind of cool. One thing, though, is when they fucking did Flashpoint. I wanted them to do... Like, I was like, they can't do Flashpoint. They don't have the budget to do Flashpoint. You know, referring to the Flashpoint paradox of the comics. And when I saw them at the end of the last season being like, we're doing Flashpoint, I was like, holy shit, they're going for it, man. They're going to do Flashpoint paradox. They didn't do Flashpoint paradox. They fucking did not. They said they did Flashpoint paradox. They did, like, a TV show version of Flashpoint paradox. They did not do Flashpoint paradox. So I was a little disappointed in that. Maybe that's just my love of Flashpoint Paradox. Get me down. I did rewatch the Flashpoint Paradox, like, DC animated movie, though. That was fucking hype. I was all about that. Better than I remember, actually. But yeah, it was alright. I'd say... The thing I'm worried about Season 3 of The Flash was that I didn't like it as much as the other seasons. Not that I didn't like it at all, but it's like... Well, what if it just, like, goes downhill from here, you know? Because it's a CW show, and CW shows are good for, like, 2 seasons, and then you should just stop. You should just stop watching them. Because then they get really, really bad. Okay, so after that I watched a TV show that I had an interest in, from its trailers on YouTube, actually, called The Good Place, which is about a girl that dies. And she ends up going to a place, she ends up going to what's called The Good Place, which is like heaven. But they mistake her for someone else. And then she's like trying to stay in heaven like the whole time. And honestly, I mentioned that one not because I wanted to talk about it, but because I didn't want to talk about it, which, as strange as that sounds, is like, The Good Place was a really, really good show. And if you want to watch just like a nice, like a good comedy, go watch The Good Place. And the reason I don't want to talk about it is because it has, like, it's a show that can be spoiled. And I don't want to spoil The Good Place for anyone. And you know I don't care about spoilers. So the fact that I don't want to talk about spoilers for The Good Place, that should say something. So yeah. You want to watch a good comedy, go watch The Good Place. And also tell me what's the next thing on my list. Because I can't see my list while shooting. Going pew 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 and shit. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, that was fucking terrible. Oh, okay, Doctor Strange. Almost done. Okay, Doctor Strange. Don't have much experience with the character of Doctor Strange. Mostly because I'm not a Marvel fan. But I had seen... I mostly know about Doctor Strange stories in association with other characters. Like World War Hulk, for example. And Secret Wars. The new one. What was it, 2015? Secret Wars, I think, was when that happened. Not the original Secret Wars. But I did see the, like, animated Doctor Strange movie, which is pretty damn good. And after watching the, like, live-action one, I still prefer that one, actually. I still prefer the animated movie. But live-action one wasn't bad. I liked it. It's a strange... It is a fucking bizarre movie. It starts off with an action scene. And then the Doctor Strange, like, gets into an accident and shit. And I think we're supposed to think he's an asshole. They did a way better job of making him seem like an asshole in the animated movie. But... Or maybe we weren't supposed to think he's an asshole, and I only thought that because of the animated movie. I don't fucking know. But where he's, like, talking about, oh, that's impossible, I can't do that. Well, I got my credibility as a doctor. Then, you know, I mean... I don't know. I sided with him in the beginning. That made sense to me. His motivations made sense. He's a bit of an asshole. But not like a... Not a crazy asshole. I kinda got trapped in that corner there. That was really bad. I'm getting tunnel vision. I think that's why I'm playing so bad, is I'm not even looking at the screen. Oh, I'm gonna take a hit. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, most of the Doctor Strange movie is about Doctor Strange training to learn magic, which I was more than fine with. I actually really, really enjoyed the training sequences. Not so much the visuals. I know it got really praised in the visuals. I wasn't too impressed with them. I thought they looked cool, but I wasn't like, oh my god, the visuals are so amazing. Like I see a lot of people. Again, people care too much. But yeah, I really enjoyed the training sequences, but then it's strange. Like, most movies have, like multiple action scenes throughout the movie. Doctor Strange has 2 action scenes. The one at the beginning, then Doctor Strange learns magic for half a movie, and then the rest of the movie is an extended action sequence that, like, just goes non-stop, but it flows so strangely, where it has, like, this weird stop and start momentum. I don't dislike it, necessarily, but I wasn't really gung-ho about it. Solid movie, though, all in all. I give it a passing grade. Like I said, Marvel can really get just what should be utter crap to shine. I found it really clever how he beats Dormammu. Just by, like, putting, like a looping timeline to beat him. Ah, that's nice. Solid movie. So I think I'm caught up on the Marvel movies, except for the new Guardians of the Galaxy, which I'll get on Netflix, like I do all the other movies. I watched Doctor Strange because it was on streaming. Oh, okay. So if you're having, like, if you're seeing lag problems, that's the actual game. Strangely enough, that was the actual game that was doing that. I guess there were so many fucking bullets on the screen. Quantum of Solace. Oh, God. Okay, Riverdale. Alright, so I got fucking dragged into watching the Riverdale show. You know, the one based on the Archie comics? Also on CW, I think? What a... No, God, it's fucking awful. This is not a great show. It's like the start and ending. I will say all of the characters are likable, except for most of the time. Was it Betty? Betty spends most of the fucking show being completely unlikable. So does Betty's mom, but you're not supposed to like Betty's mom, obviously. So. But, like, Betty, I think, is, like, unintentionally unlikable. Like, I think we're supposed to take her side most of the time and be like, oh, yeah, Betty. She's the one with the good head on her shoulder. She's, like, a fucking judgmental, hypocritical bitch half the time. It's not... But, all the characters in it are actually pretty likable. But the actual issue is that nothing happens in the entirety of the show. Riverdale would be a good show if it was shorter. It was like a 20-minute show, but it's a 40-minute show. And the reason I say that is because the start of every episode is interesting, and the end of every episode is interesting. And then the middle of every episode, nothing happens that impacts the plot at all, except for one episode. One episode has something that impacts the plot, but most of it's just like shitty teen angst. It's ugh. And that's pretty much the whole show. I like, and it's a weirdly shot show too, because some of the show is fucking gorgeous and really well directed, and then some of the show is terribly directed. And it's like, does this show have two directors? And one of them is really good director, and the other one is a really bad director? What is going on with that? Or does it just have a director that just has, like, a spark of genius, and is most of the time just not, just fucking sucks? Like, I really want to know what's up with the direction of Riverdale. But, maybe I should start reviewing things, instead of, like, giving them, like, starred ratings like I normally do. What if I just, like, review whether I think you should watch it or not? And I'd call it, like, hit it or miss it. I might do that. That might be how we finish this fucking podcast, is be like, alright, hit it or miss it, Riverdale. Alright, what do we got? Okay, my next thing on the list was Skyfall, so now I'm kind of really regretting doing that out of order. Which means the thing after Skyfall is going to be Casino Royale. Oh, okay, there we go. I saw the next one. Oh, I'm dead. Goodbye, world. Smash or pass. Oh, there you go. Yes. Smash or pass. That's what we'll do. Like, I saw Big Trouble in Little China. It's like an old comedy. You probably heard of it. I'm willing to bet most people have heard of it. It's weird. If you've ever seen the picture of, like, this guy in, like, this brown clothes and his entire body is, like, puffed up. It's like a meme picture I see a lot. That comes from Big Trouble in Little China. And it's about... It has a really slow start. Like, the first, like, 10 minutes are just slow as shit. And then it's like, oh, you owe me a debt. And then it foreshadows a moment later in the series where it's like, oh, I got fast reflexes. And it's like a bunch of like establishing shots of wherever the fuck that movie takes place. I don't remember anymore. But then they like go down the and then it's like, okay, we gotta pick up my girlfriend with green eyes from the airport, and then I'll get you your money. And then it's like, okay, and then she gets, like, kidnapped, as well as, like, this other girl. No, the other girl doesn't get kidnapped. And it's like, oh, I've got to save the girl, and then I'll get you the money. And he's like, fine. And then they go down an alleyway, and the movie's been, like, pretty slow up to that point. And this is, like, 15-minute mark into the movie. And then fucking two rival gangs of, like... I don't even know what you call them, like, Chinese warriors break out into fucking kung fu battles in the middle of the fucking alleyway, and you're just like, wait, what is happening? And then fucking, like, lightning gods come down, and then the god of the underworld shows up, all in this fucking alleyway in the middle of Chinatown, and you're like, okay, this movie has went off the rails hard, and it is just wonderful from that point on. Like, it's about 15 minutes of slow, but it is... Ooh, boy, is it worth it. Funny movie. Not a lot that can be spoiled about it. So, not really a lot to talk about, actually. Just a solid movie. Glad I saw it. Let's see. Casino Royale, 1967. Oh my god, we're almost fucking done. Can you believe it? And we're actually doing really well compared to normal. Almost always getting to online business development, got to book editing, the notorious death monster that is book editing. Because book editing can only be described as a monster. Am I safe if I just stand right here? The answer is almost completely. Again, almost completely. Oh, alright, I tried. Okay, Big Trouble in Little China. Alright, only 3 more. And then we'll do Smash or Pass with everything I mentioned. Okay, Archer. New season, what is it? Season 8, Archer Dreamland. As everyone suspected, Archer did not die at the end of Season 7. He is in a coma, as everyone suspected by the name of Archer Dreamland. And the fact that it now takes place in a completely different time period. And the whole show takes place in what is presumed to be Archer's coma delusion. And is like a 1950s mystery. And it has some 1950s flair, but it's mostly just Archer, like, through and through. If you like Archer, you'll like Archer Dreamland. It's pretty much more of the same, with, like, different character dynamics. Really fucking disturbing scene, that I fucking loved, because I don't actually mind when a show goes there, where they get into a room, and, like, a gangster's hideout, and, like, every member of the gang, including the gang leader, has actually been, like, killed, except for the gang leader. Actually, the gang leader was still alive. But, like, every other member of the gang was, like, killed, and, like, blades and, like, medieval weapons were, like, shoved into their bodies. And used to recreate like, the Last Supper picture painting. And it's fucking dark, and you're just like, wow, that's fucked up, man. Great scene. Serves its purpose well. Yeah. Pretty good. Okay, let's see. 2 more. And they're not going to be very long. So let's see. Today, literally today, I watched 10 Cloverfield Lane. It's called the spiritual sequel to Cloverfield, even though it has very tenuous relations to Cloverfield. And I knew it wasn't going to have too much to do with Cloverfield. I'd heard that. They don't even really reference Cloverfield in that movie, though, which was surprising. I was expecting a little more nods. And it's mostly a woman that gets stuck in a basement with a fucking lunatic. Pretty predictable movie, honestly. Not bad, but not great. Definitely preferred the original Cloverfield. Totally different fucking movies. The only real connection between the two movies is Howard, who's like the guy that has her locked in the basement. He's the only connection. And I only know that because I looked up a fucking YouTube video after watching that to see what the connections were, because I was like, there had to be some, right? And there were, and it was just him. He is the only connection to Cloverfield. Predictable ending. If you know story structure at all. Which sometimes movies subvert story structure. 10 Cloverfield Lane did not. So, yeah. Alright, last one. I don't even need to look at my notes for that one, which is good. I didn't get to talk about this on the podcast. I was going to, but then Ivan was like, I haven't seen it. I don't want to hear it. We're not discussing this. So I'll just fucking drop right into it, which is Season 3, which was on April 1st, actually. Premiere of Rick and Morty. With the Szechuan sauce, the Mulan Szechuan sauce. It was, it was Rick and Morty. Not much to say about it. I was actually a little disappointed that the episode completely, like, stripped away all of Rick's character development that he was getting. Which is kind of it's a running theme in Rick and Morty, is that characters aren't allowed character development. Because the show is all about sticking to the status quo, and it, like, even pokes fun at how much it sticks to the status quo. So I guess what the fuck was I expecting? But I'm not gonna lie, I was disappointed. I was also disappointed that we didn't get more of Rick's backstory. Like, the whole episode is about Rick's backstory, and we don't actually get any of fucking Rick's backstory. So I guess it really worked as an April Fool's Day prank. Where it's like, you thought we were going there. You thought it was all done. No, we're not doing any of that. And you're like, oh, okay. I guess we're not doing any of that. Which I guess it works as a joke. I was not fond of it. But I also, like, I like Rick and Morty well enough, but I'm also not super gung-ho about it like a lot of people are. So, I don't know. I just want different things out of the show, I guess. Then I'm gonna definitely keep watching Season 3. I saw the Season 3 trailer came out, and I'm like, yeah, alright, it looks watchable. I'd watch that. But I don't have super high expectations. And with that, I've officially talked about every fucking thing on the list, so probably last run. Last 2 runs or something like that. And then I can finally wrap up the stream. How long have we been going? Hour and a half, probably? Yeah, hour and a half. That's what I thought. Alright. Okay. Smash or Pass, the new segment where we go over everything, and I say whether you should watch it or not. Whether I... Oh, fuck. You coulda timed that comment just a little. Alright, what do we got? But there's this theory that Rick's backstory was just a fantasy that Rick created to trick Flyboy. Rick's backstory was a fantasy he created. Or is the theory that it wasn't? Yeah, it was. That was totally a fantasy created. He even said it was. That was the point I was making. Was that it, like, the episode was dedicated to Rick's backstory, but we didn't actually learn anything about Rick's backstory. Okay, Smash or Pass, where I tell you whether I think something is worth watching. In a completely one side or the other system, which means I don't have a... But he could lie, yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe that was his real backstory. I'd be down if it was. I kind of hope it was. I liked his backstory if it was. But I don't know. I don't think I don't think it is. I hope we get to see more of Evil Morty. That is a character I was all about. So since you seem to have seen Rick and Morty, what's your favorite episode of Rick and Morty? Is it Total Recall? Because that seems to be most people's favorite episode. But okay, while waiting for that answer, let's see, Smash or Pass. Since I don't really have a... Since there's no middle option of, well, watch it if you think you'd be interested, I'll only go for things I really, really think you should watch. So no middle grounds here. So Smash or Pass, Suicide Squad. Pass that shit. Don't watch Suicide Squad. Yep, I'm joining that choir, apparently. This is such a terrible rating system. How the fuck did I live that? All that Toho is really paying off, huh? Let's see. Steven Universe. New season of Steven Universe. When he met his old girlfriend, who was a collective mind. Yo! Yes! You were the only person I have seen that fucking thinks that. Like, that's my favorite fucking episode of the whole goddamn series. And I see a lot of people are like, oh, Total Recall, best fucking episode of the series, or best episode of season 2. I really like the Unity episode. I thought, it had like a, I don't know. It had like this deep, mature feeling, and at the end where he like tries to kill himself, but he's too drunk. Great, good episode. Okay, Steven Universe, new season. I would have actually said pass if it wasn't for the Gem World stuff that it led in. So you know what? Go ahead and smash that. Go ahead and smash the new season of Steven Universe. I'm not going to be able to pull off that fucking magic trick I did last time. Let's be honest, that's what it was. That was a fucking magic trick. You just like the drama? Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, Teen Titans Judas Contract. Pass. Go ahead and pass on that one. Batman Bad Blood. Pass. Pass Batman Bad Blood. And also pass the story of the comics that it's based on. Because fucking Talia al Ghul is great, and that story does not paint her in a great light, and neither does the movie. Talia al Ghul's the only real Batgirl. I don't mean Talia al Ghul is Batgirl. I mean like the girl for Batman. Okay, you know what? You know what I mean. Okay, Adventure Time. New season of Adventure Time. Definitely smash. Definitely smash the new season of Adventure Time. I actually felt the island arc was a little weak, but the elemental stuff was great. And you're going to want to catch up before the end of the series in the next season. Star versus Forces of Evil, new season, season 2. Smash that fucker. Smash it hard. Like, because it's good. Good season. Let's see. Over the Garden Wall. Everyone's really into Over the Garden Wall. I'd actually say pass. Controversial opinion, but I'm not allowed a middle row with this rating system, which is why I said it's actually terrible, and I'm doing it anyway. I'm willingly using an awful rating system. What do we got? Oh, Casino Royale 2006, 007, James Bond movie starring Daniel Craig. Pass. Super pass. Boy, do I suggest not watching that. Or what do we got? My Little Pony. Okay, let's go. My Little Pony Season 4. Pass. But, watch the fight against Twilight and Tyrek. Because that shit's great, and they level a fucking mountain. Twilight gets headbutted through a mountain. So smash the shit out of that fight, but pass the rest of it. Especially how that fight ends. Fucking Deus Ex Machina the way out of that. Let's see. Season 5, My Little Pony. That's the Starlight Glimmer season? Yeah, smash that. Smash that hard. Season 6. The fact that I can't remember much of it other than the final special, I'm gonna go ahead and say pass. Go ahead and pass on Season 6. Season 7, I haven't really seen enough about it, so I'll probably fix what I say here, but right now I'm gonna say go ahead and pass on Season 7. Okay, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, current season. Go ahead and pass. Go ahead and pass on the latest season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. The Flash, Season 3. I think the only person still watching this stream has already seen it. So I don't really need to review that one, but I'm going to anyway, for future sake, for the YouTube audience watching at home. Go ahead and pass, actually. But watch that, 4-minute sequence where Savitar grabs Barry and just runs, because it is beautiful. I feel so harsh rating everything like this. Let's see. Oh, okay, The Good Place. Yeah, definitely smash. Definitely smash The Good Place. Good show. Doctor Strange movie. Ooh, that's a toughie. I liked it, but I think I'd call it missable. So go ahead and pass on Doctor Strange. Quantum of Solace. 007, another Daniel Craig. Pass. Pass Quantum of Solace. Not great. Better than Casino. Not good. Riverdale. Pass. Pass on Riverdale. For sure. Skyfall. 007, another Daniel Craig's 007 movie. Smash. Smash. Skyfall. Big Trouble in Little China. Old movie, I think 70s or 80s. Something like that. Smash. Are my attacks shooting slower? They look like they're shooting slower. Casino Royale, 1967. Also pass. This is going to be the last run, I think. Archer Dreamland. You know what? Go ahead and smash Archer Dreamland. Really, I'd say it's more for, Archer fans. But I'm only allowed one option or the other. So go ahead and smash. Alright. 10 Cloverfield Lane. Pass. I'd say pass 10 Cloverfield Lane. And the final one, Smash or Pass, Rick or Morty Season 3 premiere. That's a hard one. I would say, despite what I consider to be a disappointing ending, go ahead and smash Rick and Morty Season 3 premiere. And, yeah, with that, we're done. We've smashed or passed everything. If you accept help, there will be a cool choir. Not happening. It is not happening. All right, and with that, we did it. I was gonna rotate this one in the game rotation I'm doing, where I try to finish all the games. I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore. I said that earlier, but just to 100% clarify, I'm only gonna do that if I have enough subjects, not this many subjects, but if I have enough subjects to talk about it in a one-man band. How long did I go for? Hour 46. And I dropped a shit ton of frames for some reason. I don't know what's up with that, but let's be honest. There's only 2 reasons you'd actually come here and watch me fucking shoot at credits. And it's not to see me shoot at the credits, so who gives a fuck? Yeah, so thanks for everyone who stopped by. Surprising number of people, actually. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up here. And, yeah. This has been Sacrabalic. This is Warrior of the War arc, and, yeah, see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.